Level 30, A Journey to Remember. Rimumu has caught wind of a promising story and seeks an adventurer to help separate facts from fiction. Oh good, we'll get some glam. Excuse me, miss, do you have a moment? I'm Rimumu with the Harbor Herald, and judging by your dress, you're one of those well-traveled adventurers I've heard so much about. No doubt one as worldly as yourself has heard the rumors of an unusual warrior maiden from the Far East. Danger constantly follows in her footsteps, and the Far Easterners I've spoken with claim her dress and fighting style are nothing they've ever seen. Do you know what happened the last time a strange warrior from unknown lands came to Eorzea? That upstart Peter Winsome practically stole the parchment from my desk to write his story. Our readership soon doubled, and he's been regarded as the Harbor Herald's finest reporter ever since. That should have been my story, and I'll be damned if he beats me to this one. But following her is as dangerous as it sounds. I need an adventurer like you to keep me safe. If you're interested, meet me down at Costa del Sol. That's where she was last spotted, so that's where I plan to start. Yeah, it's got like a different quest accepted thing. I think it's Final Fantasy XI related. Which I think they said the raid series. Like I didn't watch all of the FanFest stuff because spoilers. But I think the raid series for Dawn Trail is going to be Final Fantasy XI related. That's, I guess this is as good a time as any to do something with F11. Also probably like an anniversary of theirs. That game's really old. Ah, you're here at least. I was beginning to think you wouldn't come. She was here just a few bells ago, or so I was told. Look, over there. Could it be? Begging your pardons, please do not think me strange for asking, but can you tell me if we are close to Selbina, or perhaps Moara? I fear I am hopelessly lost. Selbina, Moara, sorry dear, but you're on the eastern shore of Vilbrand, eastern Lanasha to be precise. I take it you're the far eastern traveler that's been the talk of the taverns as of late? You've cut quite the warpath through Eorzea from what I've heard. Yes, I hail from the Far East, but Vilbrand, Lanasha, I cannot recall such names. Though truth be told, I cannot recall much of anything since awakening in these strange surroundings. By Beauregard's beard, you mean you've lost your memory? I remember my name is Iroha. I am training in the way of the glaive, though I feel I am still a novice. Before awakening here, I was on a mission to... Forgive me, it is hard to make sense of what little I can recall. The only clear thoughts in my mind are of master and a powerful technique I labor to perfect, Amatsu Kiori. I am certain it is essential to completing my mission. Interesting you remember training above all else. Perhaps that's the key. If you continue to practice your master's teachings, it stands to reason other related memories might come back to you. Calling my mission by first recalling master's teachings. Yes, that does seem plausible. I do not doubt many of the techniques I have learned have a specific purpose. It would only be a matter of focusing on this particular one. This is the scoop I've been looking for. A Far Eastern warrior on a special mission. What if we're in danger? This isn't some fairy tale like Peter's story. People need to know, but she's no good to us if she can't remember anything. Help her so we can get to the bottom of this. Here, take this map before you go. Training won't do any good if you get lost now, will it? No, I've never played 11 before. I mean, we'll check it out eventually, I guess. Your kindness is greatly appreciated, thank you. To journey alone in this strange land would be a trial all its own, I am sure. Might we explore the shore south of here? I recall mentioned that the beach was an excellent place for training. Something about the aquatic wildlife being suitable for sparring. If the creatures here are similar, I would like very much to try my hand against them. And I trust you'll ensure she has every opportunity to do so. Now, don't let me keep you. The sooner she remembers her mission, the better. When she's had her fill of combating critters along the coast, perhaps you should rest in Limsa where it's safer. Bulwark Hall should do nicely. It's the first place she'll see after coming through the gates. Thought for one of these side quests to be level 30. Most of them are level 15. And those are only level 15 because you have to be able to travel between the cities to pick one up. We have to do a fate. How long will we have to wait for the fate? We haven't had to do a fate as part of a mission since, like, Realm Reborn, Hildebrand. Oh, it's just here. Okay. Suppose we should help out. Rubber crabs. Yeah, when you first do Hildebrand in a Realm Reborn, you have to do like one of the zombie fates in Southern Vanillin, I think it is. It sometimes takes forever to spawn. It's always there whenever you don't need it. That's how these things work. You pass through it a million times when you don't have to do it. As soon as you need it for something, it won't be there. But we did Hildebrand as we were doing our Realm Reborn relics on the free trial, at least for those quests. But waiting for fates was something we were pretty used to. Fate complete. I believe that will suffice for now. So we just go to Limsa. Yes, we've come to accompany you. A lot of people in Limsa, it's laggy. Oh wait, I came to the winch. I should have just... Was a waste? From Bulwark Hall. Training at the beach was invigorating. It has been too long since I enjoyed such sport. Fighting alongside one so well versed in the arts of war, I would like to think I improved my form by following your example. First, I doubted crabs would be suitable for practice, but I was quite wrong. Testing my strength against their hardened shells, swing after swing, over and over again, I could easily spend days or even weeks at a time battling them. If only I could remember who suggested this training regimen. Oh my, what a peculiar stone. I sensed something within it, something familiar, something dark. Assuming that's one of the bosses from Final Fantasy XI. Grueling battle in the cold against evil made manifest, a lord of shadows, long dead yet somehow resurrected. The fate of the realm hanging in the balance, I remember. Yet I am not convinced these visions relate to my mission. Why would Master entrust me with the means to slay such a foe? The answers must lie within my memories. They have to. All the more reason I must hurry to complete my training and perfect it. Matsukiori. While waiting for your arrival, I asked a couple of travelers from Gridania, I think, where I might find creatures of a more dark and unusual nature. They told me of a place called Hawk Manor, cursed estate whose grounds play host to various sorts of hellish monsters. These creatures sound like promising opponents, full of fury and cunning I would expect in a true battle. Now then, let us be off. When we are finished, we can meet in a nearby town. Some special fates, at least. Okay, well, the fate. We have the samurai. These aren't fate targets. I'm missing something. Hmm. We could just find her. Are we gonna have to go into Hawk Manor? Where's the smith here? We don't need the smith. Okay, am I missing something? Could it possibly be? We just kill some floating eyes? That won't do anything. Near Hawk Manor. Okay, I'm just in the wrong area. Is it underneath? Is there an underneath to this? No, it says up. We're in the area. Do we have to wait for it to spawn? We didn't have to wait for the last one. There she is. Do I just talk to her? No, we had to. We flew over, so it didn't spawn. Okay, well, that was a waste of time. Okay, there we go. Hmm. Back, you vile fiends. Had to attract the floating eye, huh? We're just gonna ignore it for now. Be able to one-shot it once the fate's over. Okay, I guess we have to go to Gridania. Guess we're gonna do one in each little area. Guess Ul'dah would be next. We picked Samurai because I just figured it'd be free experience. But being a Far Eastern warrior, I guess it fits. Thank you for once again aiding in my training. To witness such majesty and grace on the battlefield is truly inspiring. It served as a wonderful lesson in combat. Oh, you have found yet another strange stone. Yes, it radiates with a warmth much like the last, but the color is... Wait, do you hear that? Long and arduous journey together with a young girl. This vision is not what I expected. We fought many battles together, and we were not alone. I dare say our comrades were well beyond counting, but what business would I, a lowly student, have undertaking such missions? I could not make sense of it. Still, I must thank you for this. Before meeting you, I was hopelessly lost, smothered by a fog of fear and uncertainty, but now I have your light to guide me. If you have brought me yet another step closer to completing my training and unlocking the memories still dormant within me. Speaking with a few of the patrons here before you arrived, I believe I found the perfect place to continue honing my skills, the Sagali Desert. What I was told is true. A creature of unspeakable terror roams the sands. They say its strength is impossible to gauge, and no one lives to tell of its great might. But together I believe we can lay the beast low. When we have finished, we can take a hard-earned rest in Ul'dah. Way down in the south. Like where you go get like mithril or whatever. Okay. Done a lot of fishing in this area. Okay, where are you located? Because this thing's probably not going to start till I find you. Do have to sit here and just wait for them to show up. Do we have to just wait? Yes, we do. There it goes. Yeah, I guess we just have to wait. won't let me attack it yet. Surcat. Killed a lot of Surcats. Animos. I'll get hit by tail screw. Special fates. I got hit by it. Didn't realize my chocobo had left the field, so. Fate complete. Managed to defeat. Yeah, of course we managed to defeat it. Okay. Adventurers Guild. Let's go see Momodi. There are no words to express my gratitude for your assistance. Never in my wildest dreams did I imagine confronting the legendary Surcat. If not for you, I would be but one of the countless victims who succumbed to its poisonous sting. Another stone, yes, it comes to me now. A mortal struggle, forbidden magics uttered in a final bid for salvation. It all makes sense now. The pitched battles, the arduous journeys, the fellowship of adventurers. It was not my life that I recalled, but rather the tales of a great hero I mistook as myself. I suspected such feats were too extraordinary to be my own, and the memories held within this stone have removed all doubt. They were of a journey into the past, one that revealed a horrible truth I dare not repeat aloud. Remember my home, Vanadil. It is not some territory or continent, but an entirely different world. The true memories return to me now, and it is all thanks to you. More importantly, I believe I now understand how to wield Amatsu Kiori. It should not be long before my path home is clear to me as well, but first I must see my training to its completion. While waiting here, I heard unsettling stories of a foul beast terrorizing Bronze Lake. This is the perfect opportunity to put into practice everything I have learned. Today is the day I wield the power of Amatsu Kiori. After this last endeavor, let us meet in Limsa Lamenza. Yay. Is somebody already doing it? It just started us like halfway through. Oh, that's her energy is halfway through. That's not good. We had to wait for all the other ones. It begins. Be another one, huh? Yep. My training is complete, and it's all thanks to you. You're always there to keep me on the path. But speak with you more, but not here. Let us make for Limsa Lemenza. Limsa. Oh, it's right there in Bulwark Hall again. Okay. Side. At last, the power of Amatsu Kiori is mine to command, and my memories are slowly but surely returning. None of this would have been possible if not for your unwavering guidance. To think I could have forgotten a mission so vital. My resolve was unyielding, my mind focused on the task before me. In the end, I fear I may have jeopardized all I hold dear. As I told you earlier, my home is, or rather was, a world known as Vanadil. Try as we might, its destruction could not be forestalled, but fate saw fit to give me one last chance. I was allowed to travel back in time to escape to the past before the darkness had consumed all. Together with the heroes of the past, I knew that tragedy could be averted, just as it had been so many times before. Master was the greatest of them all, a hero without equal, whose grand adventures I mistook as my own memories. I cannot help but feel I am still forgetting something else important, something that happened to Master. I suppose in time it will come to me. Before I leave, might we go and speak with Rumumu? Not for her insistence, I would have been bereft of your assistance. It would be rude not to extend my thanks to her as well. This is going to be up here. Rumumu. Hiroha told me the good news. Her memory is, for the most part, restored. Perhaps more importantly, her training is complete. If you hadn't come with me to Costa del Sol, I dare say she'd still be swinging at crabs along the beach. Now that I have you here, I'd very much like to talk to you about my about what you were doing before we arrived. How exactly did you come to be here in Eorzea? And you say you went back in time trying to save your world? Yes, you have the right of it. No life was spared by the darkness, none save for mine. That is, fate intervened and I was sent back to the past, to a time where I could find heroes capable of saving Vanadil. That is how I was reunited with Master, although at a much earlier time than I anticipated. The last thing I remember is a fierce battle in a strange light. When next I awoke, I was here, to be torn away from Master when I was needed most. My heart feels like it may burst. How awful. You were close then? Master was like family to me and an exceptional warrior besides. I've spent my entire life striving to become such a hero and live up to the legends I so fondly remember. It all began with a stone, or so the story goes, and ages past, a sentient jewel, enormous and beautiful, banished the darkness. Its light filled the world with life and brought forth mighty gods. The world entered an age of bliss, that is, until the gods fell into slumber. That world is my home, Vanadil. It was home to three great nations, the Kingdom of Sandoria, the Republic of Bastok, and the Federation of Windurst. Powerful as they were, though, in times of strife, they would turn into a single hero, my master. Be it a demon of rage seeking vengeance, or a spiteful god, or a spiteful god or destruction, Master was always there to pull us back from the brink of oblivion. So long as there is light and life in the world, the legend of Vanadil's greatest hero will live on. I mean, I'd be willing to play 11 at some point. We haven't even finished MSQ on this game, though. There's little wonder these stories were the first to spring back to mind. I have all but memorized them, but no matter how many times I asked, you would always... Oh, please excuse me. For a moment, when I looked at you, something in your eyes reminded me of Master, and I... Don't worry yourself over it. I imagine our friend here often has that effect on people. Sure enough. I realize how ridiculous this seems. Anyone in their right mind would think it's some fanciful dream, but for me, this world is a dream, and now it is time to awaken. When next I open my eyes, I will be home in Vanadil, once more at Master's side. This may be just a dream, but it is one I shall never forget. Thank you for everything. It would seem I am not yet ready to return. Is this perhaps the will of the goddess? It is by her will, and so it shall be. I vow to work hard every day to become a warrior worthy of your teachings. Then, when the time comes, we shall meet again, here in Eorzea, or perhaps in the waking world. There goes the greatest story I'll never get to write. An adventurer from another world traveling back in time to save her people. Who's going to believe such a silly tale? I'll leave the flights of fancy to Peter, but for her sake, I hope she finds her way home, wherever that may be. Time travel. Well, I mean, even the first Final Fantasy has time travel in it. Level 30, A Journey to Remember. Complete. Heaven 11.